I just keep getting older, and I wake up and I'm just like, I forgot to have a family. I don't have a family. I know I'm getting older because I keep falling for internet scams. I got the one where they email you and they're like, we hacked your computer and we know all the porn you've been watching, and we're gonna tell everybody unless you send us money. Have you gotten this one? Oh, I was spooked. I got that email and I read it very carefully. And there was one sentence in it that was like, by the way, you've got really good taste, winky face. And that's when I knew they did not know what I was watching. They would know. You'd have to be really sick to say that to me if you knew what I was watching. What are you guys into? What do you guys watch? Can I get a category? Hentai. Okay.
Amateur.
Oh, I heard amateur. I like amateur anime porn. That's when they just look like stick figures. Anyway, I'll tell you what I don't like, and that's incest porn. That's not for me. But it's been normalized, right? Am I crazy? Incest porn, it's like on the homepage now, right? I feel like you used to have to search for it. It's not in my experience, but I'm not into it because my parents have tried to hook me up with my cousin before. I'm Arab. I don't know if you know. In like Middle Eastern cultures and many other cultures throughout history, cousin marriage is just kind of chill. So, point being, I don't want to be watching porn and feel like I'm making my family proud. You know what I mean? I grew up in a very strict Muslim family. Any other Arabs in the house? Muzzies? Arabs?
Yeah.
Oh. That's the right tone for... Well, I grew up in a very strict family. I grew up kind of resenting my parents because it's a rules-based vibe in the Muzzy house. And I was just like a young girl in New Jersey. I just wanted to have fun, but there were so many rules. But then when I was in 7th grade, 9/11 happened. You guys remember 9/11? Yeah. And every day on the news, George W. Bush would go on TV and be like, those people did this because they hate our freedom. Do you remember that? Every day he was like, those people hate our freedom. But I was watching that as a 7th grade girl, like, preach, George W. Bush. They don't want us to date boys. They don't want us to have sleepovers. Why do they hate freedom? And, like, obviously I was too young to, like, get 9/11 and, you know, like, oh, the military-industrial complex proliferating the Middle East for resources under the guise of spreading democracy. But I think it's really nice that I was probably the one Muslim in the world after 9/11 that was like, George Bush gets me. I was a big Bush head back then. Any Bush heads here tonight? Take that any way you want. Anybody? The best part about aging is Bush acceptance. I used to be very self-conscious about it. And now I just let it go. And the only time I, like, meticulously trim now is when I go to see the gynecologist. Because, like, they went to medical school. They earned my respect. It's the only time anyone with a degree is down there, and so... I like skaters. I don't know what to say. If you can kickflip, hit my DMs. Anyway... Oh, I should have asked, is anyone racist here? This is a safe space. Do you guys know the slur for Arabs? Okay, I'll just tell you. The slur for Arabs is sand, N-word. Yes, this is the slur for Arabs, sand, N-word. That's fucked up, right? It's fucked up that I can't even say my own slur. Like, how am I supposed to take it back if I can't say it? It's not very thoughtful on behalf of the racists, I will say that. I could even come up with a new one. It feels like a weird re-gift, almost. Somebody calls me that, I'm like, I don't know, it feels like it was meant for someone else, but... Is anyone left-handed? Clap if you're left-handed. Wait, stop clapping, it sounds different. Did you guys see the Jared Fogle documentary? You guys see Jared Fogle documentary? You know what I'm talking about? Do you remember Jared? Subway Jared? Subway Jared, yeah. He was the spokesman for Subway for many years. He was like the nerdy guy in the commercials. He had the glasses. He did like the pants thing. Because he lost a lot of weight, allegedly by eating Subway, and we were all really proud of Jared. But then it turned out that Jared was a bit of a pedophile. Just to be clear, not proud of Jared anymore. Boo, boo, Jared. Boo, yes, very brave of you to boo that pedophile, yes, okay. Okay, but, you know, I was thinking a little bit more about Jared's journey, and you would have to think that one of the main benefits of being a predator is that you don't have to look good to get laid, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, he really lost the weight for him, you know? Do you guys get death threats at all? Death threats? No? Oh, that's really sad. That's how you know you've become somebody online, is when you start getting death threats. So if you're not getting them, then, like, you probably should kill yourself. Like, well, I get them, and it's really weird to get a death threat from a stranger, especially when they're very young. There's very young people on the internet, and they're willing to say really terrible things. I've had to ask myself questions I never thought I'd have to ask, like if a 15-year-old DMs me and says, "I'm gonna rape you," and then I respond, "You wouldn't know what to do." Is that like legally sexting a minor? I don't really know. Anyway. Okay, I'm just gonna end on a quick, I'm just gonna go. But I'll talk about politics first. I don't know how you feel about the news. I don't know if you've heard, but I have some good news for you, because I know some people who are psyched that Trump won, and it's not who you're thinking. What I'm about to tell you is 100% true. People in Japan love Donald Trump. And the reason why, it's such like a fun Freakonomics reason, people in Japan like Trump because the translators there are too polite to translate the terrible things he says. Yeah. So when they watch him on TV, they're getting this like fictional, sanitized Trump, and they think that guy is cool. Isn't that fascinating? And I couldn't stop thinking about that, and I was like, oh, maybe that's also why Japan allied with the Nazis. You think they just weren't getting the full translation? Hitler's like, we must put the Jews in the ovens, and the translators are like, oh, put Jews in sauna? Very good, very good. Okay, I'm Dina Hashem, thank you very much.